Check one. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully the audio is working. Having some issues. Thank you everyone for your patience. Not sure what the bug is quite yet, but we will figure it out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is George. Glad that you are here. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, let me know in the chat that you can hear me. Just because I know I've had some issues here with the sound. I'm not sure exactly why, but we will figure all of that out straight away. So if you can, let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Like I said, I don't exactly know why that's been happening, but we will journey on anyway. Welcome, welcome. Again, my name is George. I'm just up here just for a few minutes tonight, just to throw out some tips for my pianists, my worship pianists, those who play keys for a little while. I have some really good hacks and tricks that can help you sound more full. Hey Moses, how's it going? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So just doing some things, showing you some real tricks to make your sound full. I know I've had a lot of students, they come and they say, hey, you know, George, I've got keys. This is how I sound. And they just don't like it, you know, because they feel like it sounds mediocre. All right. But one thing you can hear that I'm already doing is I have a pad or strings behind my keys. So one thing I never play without a pad or strings, because I can hold that pad, I can put my pedal down, and that pad can reverberate out, especially if it's a low moment of worship or perhaps someone's talking at the podium. Even if I don't know key inversions, I can take my chords and just play them with that pad, and I already am sounding more full than I did. I already are less likely to overplay because I'm not trying to fill extra space. All right. So I always start with that. Even the cheaper keyboards, although, you know, I grew up on the Yamaha PSR 250. You know, if you don't know what that is, it's a fairly cheap keyboard, you know, $250. Not a whole lot. It was a Yamaha, so the pianos were pretty decent. All right. But you could still put a pad or strings under there. And when I discovered that, that helped a lot. Okay. The second thing I do is I always do extra in the left hand. A lot of people discredit this left hand and what it can do, especially when you're playing chords. But one of my rules is if I want to make it sound more full, I will take the first note and the last note of the chord I'm playing and I'll put it in the left hand. Okay? Even if I go to G here, G, B, and D, I'll do G and D. I'll do an A chord, I'll do A and E. And I'll do B minor. So I got B, F sharp. So I'm already sounding more full just by adding that. So I only did two things. I added strings and I added this extra note in the left hand just to add some more texture. All right. Now, if your left hand gets really comfortable, you can add the 1, the 5, the D and the A, and the D. And you can add yet an extra note of fullness. So we went from this to this. Okay. Adds a little bit of mid-range in there. Okay. So the third thing you can do, this is something that a trick I have learned, even if you don't know a whole lot of complex keys. Okay. Perhaps you're just starting out and you're like, man, I wish my chords sounded better. Okay. If you are in place where you don't have to play a whole lot of keys, you're just filling up space, here's what you can do. I'm going to simply stay on D because we're in the key of D, and I'm going to leave my hand there. The only thing I'm going to change is my left hand. So I'm going to take D and I'm going to go down to B. I'm going to go to A. I'm going to go to G. And I'm going to go to E. So now I've created these nice chords without even having to find them. Okay. And the simple trick is just putting your hand on the 1 chord or D or whatever key that you're in, and then changing the left hand. So if you know your numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, or this is D, E, F sharp, A, G, A, B, C sharp, D. All right. I like to use the D, the B, the G, A, and you could throw in an E sometimes. Okay. So 1, 6, 5, 4, and maybe 2. So I'm going to do 1 is together, 6, 5, 4, 2, 4, 5, 1. Okay. So without knowing a lot of chords, I just created 1, 2, 4 extra chords to go along with D. Okay. So even if I don't know much, if I can add an extra note in the left hand, I can add some strings under my keys, and then I can use this trick and I can create more complex chords. So even if, say, I'm at D and the next chord is a B minor, instead of going to a B minor, I can keep the D and go to B. And say it says the next chord is G, I can keep G and keep the D if it sounds good with what I'm playing. And now I've upgraded my chords to sound more full, and they sound more complex than they did before. Okay. So everybody remember my 3 tips. You add strings or pads under your hands. You add an extra note in your left hand. So whatever the first and the last note is. And then if I want more complex, I can keep the 1. I can go down the scale. And I can automatically upgrade my playing. Okay. So I hope all that makes sense. Like I said, I just want to get up here a few moments just to give a few little tips to pianists who may be just needing some tips to grow. All right. I always like growing. And so I like to help other people grow as well. If you didn't hear my live from last night, go back and check it out. I was talking about the number system and how awesome it is to apply while you're playing. String pads make sense. Yes, sir. Yes, the string pads make sense. For many years, I played without them. And when I finally discovered it, it probably was maybe 6-7 years into playing for church. So I know that's a long time. It changed my whole life because I was always trying to fill in something with keys and just got tired. I didn't know what else to play. But once I had those pads, I could sit there and I would just every couple seconds maybe play something else, and it would make that atmosphere of worship. But I also didn't have to work all day trying to fill space. Yes. So those strings or pads, if you can find them, you can layer them on your board, do it. Another thing I tell people is there is an app on the App Store called AutoPad. AutoPad. All right. And if somebody could type that in the chat for me, just so that people have it, it's called AutoPad. And AutoPad allows you to click a key, and if you have it set up on your system, it will ring out that pad for you, just a monotone pad, and you can play over the pad. So even if you can't layer it on your keys or you want a second layer, you can add that, and now you set up that atmosphere without even working for it. Okay. And you can do it through your iPhone, iPad, Android tablet. Doesn't really matter. It's such a simple solution that you could use just to have pads going while you do worship. Okay. And like I said, it has all 12 keys up there. You simply just tap the key and it plays the pad. Or you can set up a playlist with transitions. You could click the pad and then you click next and it will transition to your next pad in your set. But either way, you've got a pad or something else going so that you don't overplay on the piano keys. All right. So yes, pads changed my whole career, changed my whole playing career. So definitely incorporate that into your playing. I'm working on a new program, believe it or not, just for worship pianists, hopefully to help them grow and to help them apply these things that I'm talking about. And so I would love to hear what people are struggling with. What are their concerns? What are their questions? What are the things in which they really need help with? And I would love to be able to talk with you. So if you click my links below, I've got a phone number down there that you could text or call me. I have a calendar, so you could schedule a call with me, or you could send me an email. I would just love to talk to you and get some fresh ideas from people so that I know what people need. Because I really want to help musicians be able to play confidently and worship freely. All right. Oh yeah, man. If you got a Motive XS, yes, you should be good. It's just a matter of going through the sounds and then figure out how to layer them. I know Yamaha, especially the Motif, and like I'm playing on a Mo 8, it does take a minute to figure out exactly how to layer everything because it's not that user friendly. But if you can figure it out, you can save it as a setting. And then you can just, when you turn on your keyboard, you just click the setting and it will automatically take you there. So yeah, please do that. If you got a Motif, you're good, man. You could do a lot with that thing. All right. All right. So I just wanted to see if anybody else had any comments or questions or anything before I sign off for tonight. But I'm excited about your Motif. That was the keyboard I always wish I had when I was younger, when I was a teenager playing for church and young adult. I wish that was the board I really wanted. I wanted that or a Korg Triton. And ironically, someone gave me a Korg Triton for free just a few months ago, but it's so heavy I don't want to carry it around anywhere. So it's just sitting here. Right. Yeah, not user friendly. And you've YouTubed it. Yeah, I know. That's one thing I do wish Yamaha did, was make it a little bit more user friendly, especially when you're trying to change something on the fly. You know, it's really hard to do that. If you're in the middle of a service and you're trying to figure out how to layer on a motif and that type of thing, that's tough. So you're exactly right. But yeah, keep chipping away at it. And like I said, if you can figure out, once you find it, if you can figure out how to save it as a setting, like as an initial, like on the Mo 8, it has like initial performance or perform. If you can figure that out and save it there, then you won't have to ever figure it out again. Everything I have on my boards, I save a performance for church. And then when I get there, I just click on that performance so that I don't have to try to figure it out in the middle of the service. Let's see. Thanks for your help, man. You helped me to play shout music. Oh, and I still use those chords every time we're having a Holy Ghost party. Oh, wow, man. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad that helped you out, man. I always say I like to give people what I didn't have as an early piano player. That's something I did not have, is a tutorial on those praise break chords. And for many years, I would just struggle through that. And so I like to make stuff easy and to make it accessible so that you can use it in your church. So I'm so glad to hear that, man. I'm glad that you were able to use that and that your folks were happy with your praise break chords, man. I hope to make another one here pretty soon in A flat, some preacher chords in A flat, because I know everybody loves to play in A flat. That's like the preacher chord. So that's going to be coming out soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you just joined, I was just here just giving some tips to make your chords and things sound more full. And so definitely check out the replay. But just as a quick review before I sign off, we talked about adding a pad under your keys. We talked about how you can go from the one, keep the one chord in the right hand and go down the scale. And we also talked about whatever the first and last note of your chord, adding that in your left hand to make your chord sound more full. All right. So again, George here, like I mentioned earlier, I would love to chat with some of you musicians out there. Let me know the things that you're struggling with, the things that if you were to enter a program, what you would be looking for and that type of thing, because I'm working on a program just for church musicians that teaches you how to be a worship pianist, and it hopefully builds confidence so you can worship freely. So again, hit me up in my email. Give me a call. My number is down there in this description, or set up on my calendar a time where we can chat. All right. So I'll be back soon live. I hope you guys have a great night. Moses, thank you so much for talking to me in the chat. Hopefully we can chat again very soon. God bless you all, and I will see you all next time. You guys have a great night.